Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Daily Sun's Evening News Bulletin. This is SM Sharmin Jahan bringing you today's top stories. Let's begin with the headlines. Tariq Rahman unveils BNP election manifesto. Section 144 imposed around chief advisor's residence amidst protests. Total 401,460 postal ballots from expatriates arrive. US and Iran talks to begin as fears of direct conflict continue. Pakistan boycotts India match, Sri Lanka urges reconsideration. You have just had a glimpse of the headlines. Let's move from the headlines to the heart of the story. Ahead of the 13th National Parliamentary Election, the BNP has officially announced its election manifesto. The party's chairman, Tariq Rahman, formally unveiled the manifesto. The announcement took place on Friday, 6 February at 3:30 p.m. during a ceremony held at Hotel Shonargaon in Dhaka. The event was chaired by BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir and conducted by Nazrul Islam Khan, a member of the party's standing committee and chairman of the Election Management Committee. Section 144 was imposed on Friday in and around Jamuna, the official residence of the chief advisor, as protests by government employees intensified over the demand for publication and immediate implementation of the 9th Pay Scale Gazette. Dhaka Metropolitan Police Commissioner Sheikh MD Sajjad Ali said the restriction was enforced to maintain law and order, banning all forms of public gatherings, processions, and demonstrations in the area until further notice. A total of 401,460 postal ballots from expatriates have arrived in Bangladesh for the upcoming 13th National Parliamentary Election and referendum sent through the Postal Vote BD app. Salim Ahmed Khan, team leader of the OCV SDI project on expatriate voter registration, told that by 9:30 a.m. on Friday, 766,862 ballots had been dispatched via the app. Of these, 526,498 voters received their ballots and 482,817 have already cast their votes. Additionally, 449,006 expatriates have submitted their completed ballots to postal authorities in their respective countries. Senior US and Iranian officials are set to hold direct talks in Oman within hours amidst fears of a possible military confrontation. The meeting follows a U.S. military buildup in the Middle East after Iran's crackdown on nationwide anti-government protests last month, which rights groups say left thousands dead. Uncertainty over the venue and agenda had earlier threatened to derail the talks, part of a broader diplomatic push by regional mediators to ease tensions. However, the two sides remain far apart. Washington wants Iran to freeze its nuclear program, give up enriched uranium, and address its ballistic missiles, regional activities, and human rights record. Tehran insists the discussions will only focus on its nuclear program, leaving key differences unresolved. After much drama, the 10th edition of the T20 World Cup is set to begin tomorrow with matches featuring 20 teams, including the high-voltage clash between arch rivals India and Pakistan. However, in protest against Bangladesh being excluded from the World Cup, Pakistan announced on February that it would boycott the group stage match against India. Yesterday, the Sri Lanka Cricket Board (SLC) urged Pakistan to reconsider its decision and play the scheduled match in Colombo. The SLC noted that the boycott could cause financial losses and negatively impact the island's nation's tourism sector, which is still recovering from the economic crisis since 2022. Following Pakistan's boycott announcement, ICC efforts have been underway to persuade them to reverse their decision. That's all for today's Evening News Bulletin. Stay tuned for more updates, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, dear viewers. Good night.